In a small village nestled among rolling hills and rich fields, there lived a humble farmer named Anand. His life was simple, filled with the daily rhythm of tending crops, feeding animals, and sharing laughter with his wife and children. Though Anand was not wealthy, he carried a gentle spirit and a generous heart, always seeking to help those around him, even at his own expense. One brisk morning, while walking to the market, Anand noticed a frail old man sitting by the roadside. The man's clothes were tattered, his face marked by exhaustion and sorrow. Without hesitation, Anand knelt beside him, offering a flask of water and a piece of bread. The old man's eyes glistened with gratitude as he accepted the food, whispering his thanks. Anand smiled, wished him well, and continued on his way, never imagining that this small act would ripple far beyond that moment. Days turned into weeks, and Anand's farm faced a relentless drought. The crops wilted, the wells ran dry, and hope seemed to wither alongside the land. Each day, Anand worked tirelessly, yet the yield was the poorest he had ever seen. One evening, after a particularly taxing day, Anand sat under the stars, his spirit heavy with worry. How would he feed his family? What would become of them if the rains never came? The next morning, a stranger arrived at Anand's door. He wore fine clothes, rode a sturdy horse, and carried a calm confidence. The man introduced himself as a wealthy merchant from a distant city. He explained that he had heard of Anand's kindness from an old traveler, the very man Anand had helped weeks before. The merchant shared how the traveler spoke of Anand's generosity and how it had restored his faith in humanity. Moved by the story, the merchant offered Anand a proposition. "I have more land than I can manage," he said. "Come, work with me. I will pay you handsomely and provide what your family needs." Anand, though surprised, accepted the offer. With the merchant's support, he was able to provide for his loved ones, and the burden that had weighed so heavy on his heart was lifted. Years passed, and Anand's fortunes flourished. He remained kind and humble, always remembering the lesson the old traveler had taught him, that compassion, even in the smallest moments, can return to us in ways we never expect. As Anand prospered, he made it his mission to help others in need, never asking for anything in return. Whenever he crossed paths with someone struggling, he offered what he could. Sometimes a warm meal, sometimes a listening ear, sometimes just a smile. Anand's story spread throughout the region, inspiring others to act with kindness and generosity. Neighbors began looking out for one another, strangers became friends, and the entire village transformed into a community built on empathy and goodwill. People realized that even a single act of compassion could change the course of a life, and sometimes an entire village. What Anand's journey teaches us is that karma is not just a mystical force, but a reflection of our choices and actions. The ripples we create with our kindness often reach farther than we can see. Sometimes the good we do returns to us when we need it most, in ways we never anticipate. Other times, the seeds we plant blossom in the lives of others, spreading hope and light through the world. So, when life challenges you, remember Anand's story. A simple act of kindness can set in motion a chain of events that transforms lives, including your own. The energy you put into the world comes back to you, shaped by the compassion you show and the choices you make. In the end, what matters most are the moments you choose to lift others, for in doing so, you lift yourself.